Have you ever been in love? Have you ever been in love with someone that did not love you back? Have you ever been infatuated with someone that had no feelings for you? Have you ever loved your best friend's girl? Have you ever loved your best friend's guy? Have you ever been loved by someone that you are not attracted to? Have you ever loved someone after the first meeting? Have you ever willfully walked away from love? Have you ever had the one you love leave you? Have you ever had the one you love die? Have you ever hated? Have you ever hated someone for no reason at all? Have you ever been hated? Have you ever loved your hate? Have you ever stolen? Have you ever been caught stealing? Have you ever caught someone stealing? Have you ever stolen from a friend? Have you ever had a friend steal from you? Have you ever been scared? Have you ever been terrified? Have you ever been scarred? Have you ever been lost? Have you ever been miserable? Have you ever regretted? Have you ever been broken? Have you ever been betrayed? Have you ever been the betrayer? Have you ever enjoyed life? Have you ever been happy? Have you ever given freely of yourself with no hope of repayment? Have you ever been content? Have you ever looked up to the stars and had a moment of unbridled appreciation and clarity? Have you ever been in awe? Have you ever had an epiphany? Have you ever wanted more? Have you ever wanted glory? Have you ever been scared of death? Have you ever wondered what life would be like after you were dead? Have you ever been terrified at the thought of life without you? Have you ever wanted to be remembered long after you were gone? Have you ever wondered why sentience exists only to be terminated? Have you ever wondered what the point of life is? Have you ever been totally and completely obsessed by something? Have you ever raped? Have you ever been raped? Have you ever killed? Have you ever been killed? Have you ever lied? Have you ever been lied to? Have you ever made a fool of yourself? Have you ever vomited in public? Have you ever pissed yourself? Have you ever taken a shit in your pants? Have you ever laughed at yourself? Have you ever had a wet dream? Have you ever been in lust with someone? Have you ever had a one-night stand? Have you ever desired dirty, kinky sex? Have you ever pondered your sexual orientation? Have you ever had gay sex? Have you ever had a threesome? Have you ever had the perfect lay? Have you ever been alone? Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been alone in a crowded room? Have you ever disagreed with a majority? Have you ever had a temper tantrum? Have you ever been completely and utterly selfish? Have you ever been lost in a fantasy world? Have you ever been religious? Have you ever lost your faith? Have you ever been dogmatic? Have you ever seen God? Have you ever been haunted? Have you ever seen something that no one else will believe? Have you ever been without fear? Have you ever lost? Have you ever won? Have you ever felt sick? Have you ever been diagnosed with a disease? Have you ever been starving? Have you ever been dehydrated? Have you ever died? Have you ever been unable to sleep? Have you ever had bad dreams? Have you ever had good dreams? Have you ever woken up screaming? Have you ever been high? Have you ever been drunk? Have you ever been?